Hello Aquarius, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person you have the strongest connection to at this time. So we're looking at all three sides. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it, the concept being that there are three sides to every story. So we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. The purpose of this middle section is to look at what is the deeper purpose of this connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As I do in all of my readings, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages as well as the overall theme for the reading, but I do have a different tarot deck we'll be using for each side of this connection, and then I have this advice deck that I'll be closing out the reading with in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left and the whole reading is reversed for you, just know that's totally fine and totally normal. The point, again, is to take what does resonate and helps you and leave what doesn't. All right, Aquarius, on your side of this connection, you have "you are good enough" with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, couple of things going on here. This connection is making you doubt yourself a little bit, or the energy in this connection is. I'm not necessarily saying like this person is, could be, but the energy in this connection is definitely making you second guess yourself. And I don't know if it's like whether or not you're good enough or whether or not you're good enough, for them or for love or whatever the case is. But I also feel because of that energy, it's been a little bit difficult for you to set boundaries in association with your worth. If you're already doubting your worth, it's going to be hard to stand up for that worth. And I feel as if this connection really brings that out in some way, whether it is whether this person is doing that directly or if it's just the energy of the connection, again, that just kind of pulls that out of you. I'm not quite sure, and that's going to depend on your situation, and we'll probably get more when we dive into tarot. But this person, interesting energy they have. It's time to take action with the Chariot here. So both of these energies are forward moving, forward momentum, forward moving energies. I feel like this kind of triggers both of you in a way, in different ways for sure. But, I don't really know what this Chariot and I don't know what they're moving toward. I don't know if it's toward the connection, toward them, toward themselves, or toward something else. I don't know what this is, but I know that what I can tell from this is that this connection triggered this forward movement in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it I don't know, maybe they're getting their butt into gear, or I don't know, because I can't actually tell if it's positive or not. We'll see when we get into tarot. In between this connection, you have prosperity lies ahead with the Devil. So this is interesting because I feel as if prosperity for you in love, Aquarius, is absolutely possible. What it is that you aren't feeling good enough for is possible, but there's a devil blocking this prosperity. Now remember, this is the truth of the connection on both sides. So there's a devil coming from your end and a devil coming from their end. I don't know what this devil is yet. I feel like we'll definitely get more throughout the reading, kind of more on that devil, what that devil could be throughout the reading. But the overall theme for the reading is past life relationship, and it says you have known each other before. So I feel as if this could have very well been a past life connection. When you met this person, maybe it seemed very serendipitous. It seemed like it was meant to be, or you just felt very comfortable with this person in a very quick manner. You could be yourself, you could let your guard down. It felt very familiar to you. And a lot of times those past life relationships have a lesson. associated with them. I mean, I'm a firm believer in the fact that all of our relationships hold lessons for us, but sometimes the past life relationship lessons can be the most triggering because you do kind of, I don't know, it's like you relax into them, I feel, more than other relationships. And so more vulnerabilities and insecurities and things of that nature can kind of start to come out. But all right, let's see how we can tie this all together. Let's start, Aquarius, with your side of this connection. You are good enough with the 7 of Wands in reverse. This is Aquarius's side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. What does Aquarius need to know regarding their energy toward this person? Aquarius's side of this person, or of this connection to this person. Aquarius's side of this connection, please. Let's see. Aquarius's side. Interesting. Okay. Queen of Wands, King of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And then there's a star. This Aquarius, your Aquarius energy here. This is interesting. Okay. It's almost as if this connection brought out a different, or brings out, depending on whether it's a past connection or not, brings out a different side of you. It's like maybe turns you into someone, I don't know, like maybe not necessarily in a bad way, but also not necessarily in a good way. It triggers you in such a deep and intense way that I feel as if it brings out a different side of you, which I feel is why you have this self-doubt. Now, it could be their energy that's triggering that, things that they do, things that they say that kind of, I don't want to say like turns you into someone you don't recognize, because that sounds really intense, but it's almost, it's like. Now, the other way that I see this is, you have, I feel like, because this Queen of Wands, kind of a passionate, loving, caring energy, and I feel like you do definitely have that towards this connection. You very much care about this person. You want what's best for them. But then you have this King of Cups in reverse, which makes me feel like, I don't know if it's a lack of emotional security that you feel in this connection, or it's like you really care about this person, but I feel like you doubt that they care about you the same way, which I feel is what triggers you and brings out that side of you, because I feel like you go into protection mode here. I mean, because this connection is the 9 of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's definitely has taken a toll on like your mental health. Like mentally, it has impacted you greatly, or is impacting you greatly. Interesting. Okay, let's just see what else we got here, because that was kind of an intense first message. Aquarius' side of this connection to the person they are connected to. Aquarius' side of this connection to the person they are connected to. It's like, I don't know if this connection, I don't want to say it requires you to be someone you're not, because I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it feels like you either feel like you have to show up as more than you are or different than you are in order to feel good enough, or for this person's acceptance, or something along those lines. Aquarius' side of the connection. The 10 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. See, I feel as if this connection is very much about the other person's needs, or at least it very much became about that, because the Ten of Wands in reverse is kind of taking on the burden of someone else. And I feel as if in this connection, maybe, I don't know, maybe this, especially with the Devil here, maybe they were struggling with addiction or mental health issues, or a third party of some sort, not necessarily meaning like another person, but, you know, I mean, that kind of going back to addiction, like addicted to work or things that just aren't good for them. Doesn't necessarily need to be a substance, but whatever this was, you kind of bared the burden of that. You took that on. And it's almost as if, because you were carrying so much in this connection, you had to show up. It's like you were required to show up as someone different than who you really are. Almost because there wasn't room for who you really are in this, or isn't room because so much of your energy is going toward, I don't know if it's necessarily taking care of this person, or if it's, I don't know, it could be taking care of. But either way, I feel like it has, it's like it has started impacting you in a way, because there is a lack of boundaries here, but you almost don't feel good enough to set boundaries. Interesting. Okay, Aquarius's side, like a you should take what you can get kind of energy, or something like that. Aquarius's side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Aquarius's side of this connection. You could also be dealing with a fire sign or a water sign. You don't have to be dealing with either of those. I saw that Queen of Wands and the King of Cups in reverse. And there you are. Queen of Swords with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And then there's the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh. And then the Star. I mean, this has you written all over it. Star, the Justice in reverse. So, you had your eye on the prize when it came to this connection with the Nine of Pentacles. Now, if I'm going to get into a more specific message, and this might not be for everyone, but the Nine of Pentacles can also talk about like financial independence. But I feel like, it's like the eye on the prize, but for the other person, like, because the Two of Pentacles in reverse are imbalanced priorities, and it's almost as if you were prioritizing what you either thought this person wanted you to be, or what this person needed, and this could be present tense too. But so much of your energy has gone toward them. It's like this whole connection became about them. What they needed, how they were struggling. And it's like there was no room for you, who you really are, what you really wanted, your dreams, your hopes, your needs. It's as if all of those became secondary to what this person needed from you. But for some reason, I don't want to say you allowed it and make it sound like you're weak or anything like that, because that's not what I mean. But for some reason, you did. You allowed it. There was a lack of boundaries. You weren't standing up for yourself. Now, I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm sure there was a valid reason as to why you did that. And that's why you are good enough. I mean, these imbalanced priorities. It's almost as if like your dreams, your goals, this sounds very, again, intense, but everything became about them. What you were giving energy toward, what you were, like, it was all for the other person, and none of it was for you, for what you really wanted. Aquarius' side of the connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. Now remember, this doesn't just have to be romantic. So remember that. Aquarius' side of this connection to the person they have the strongest connection to at this time. This is Aquarius's side of this connection. Aquarius's side of the connection, the Magician. The Magician, the World in reverse. You didn't realize this was happening. You didn't realize this was happening. Let me get more on this. There was this manifesting, and I feel like it was an unconscious manifestation process that was happening of repeating a cycle, unconsciously manifesting a repeated cycle. Unconsciously manifesting a repeated cycle. The Hangman in reverse, hanging on to how things were, to what hanging on out of hopes that things changed. Like, almost as if you were like, if I could just get to being this person and looking this way and having this much money or being this intelligent, like, if I could just get to this person that I think this person wants, then everything will be good. Everything will be okay. But it's like you were trying to be the best version of yourself, but it isn't for yourself, it's for this person, but it's almost like you felt like you had to. There was a lot of pressure on you in this, a lot of pressure to be different, to be better, to be more than you are, but it was, I don't know, it's almost as if it was never enough, no matter what you did or how much you grew or how much how hard you tried, or it wasn't ever enough. And that's why I feel like it was so triggering, because that's why you started to doubt your worth, because no matter how hard you tried, it felt like this person, like it wasn't good enough for them. And so part of you stopped setting boundaries because you started saying, am I not good enough? Do I need to be more than I am? And I'm not necessarily saying this person did it intentionally, but I want to know, what is this it's tied to? Okay, I'm getting out of myself. There's a lot of pieces we've got to tie in here. Aquarius' side of this connection to the person they have the strongest, but you didn't realize you were manifesting the repetition of the cycle by trying to be better than you were in order to feel good enough for them. Aquarius' side of this connection, because it was like, no, again, it was this repetition of, yes, you were improving or things were happening, but it was just never enough, which made you feel like you had to do more, and then you would do more and you would be more, but it still wasn't enough, and it was just this like never ending cycle. That's what it feels like. Okay, Aquarius' side of this connection. The Sun in reverse. Chariot. Same chariot as they have. The Sun in reverse with the Three of Wands in reverse. The Sun in reverse with the Three of Wands in reverse. You weren't, this connection doesn't make you happy. It's almost like you thought maybe if you were eventually good enough, then they would love you, and then once that, or you would be good enough for them, they would accept you. I'm not saying they didn't love you, but like, yeah, you'd be good enough for them, or something, and then you thought that you would be happy. Like, if I could just be good enough for them, if I could make them want me, make them love me, make them see my value, then I'll be happy. Then this connection will be happy. But things aren't changing. They never changed. You never got there. So it was this progress with the Chariot here, this progress to nowhere, because, and I'm not saying it was all in vain and you made the wrong mistake. I feel like there's a positive aspect to this reading. but this is what you need to know about your energy, right? You knew how you felt, you knew how you were disappointed, but understanding why this was occurring. Because we attract, if we're not attracting the person that knows how to love us the way that we deserve, then we're attracting a lesson. And once we can learn the lesson, we can then open ourselves up to attracting what it is that we ultimately deserve. But it just feels as if, and I'm not saying this connection made you unhappy necessarily. I mean, it could have. It certainly could have. Not all the time, I don't think. I think that there, obviously things were good at one point, or you had this hope for things being good. Because with the sun in reverse, yeah, it's like, and I actually feel as if this is a cycle for you. This is a cycle for you in your life in general, Aquarius. It's this cycle of feeling like you need to be more than you are. Maybe it's proving yourself to others, and you're really comfortable in that energy of like, I'll show you, or I can be better. You're comfortable in that energy, but it's like you never reach that result. And it's not that you don't ever become good enough. That's not the problem. You've always been good enough. You're good enough who you are right now, who you were before you started healing or growing. You've always been good enough for the things that you desire. But, it's about what we believe about ourselves, and our healing helps us realize that we are good enough, and so on and so forth. But it's almost as if, this connection reflects energy that you're very comfortable in, which is this energy of not feeling good enough, essentially. And it's not that you're not, but it certainly felt like you weren't in this. I can tell that for sure. Aquarius' side of this connection. There you are. Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. What is this? Ace of... Yeah, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Cups. What is this Ace of Pentacles for Aquarius? What is this Ace of Pentacles? Maybe, this aligns with that prosperity. The opportunity for what it is that you desire in love. That's what this is talking about. So the opportunity that you desire in love with the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I do see the Queen of Swords, but you don't, whether you're male or female, it does not matter what you identify with. It just depends on what resonates with you. But let me get, there, oh my gosh, then there's the Star with the Ace of Wands. So what it is you desire in love is absolutely possible, but it's almost as if you have to realize you're good enough for it now, not for some future version of you, right? When you're wealthy enough or attractive enough or healed enough or whatever the case is. And that's something that a lot of people in the kind of healing, self-help, growth community have a tendency to do for themselves. Is they say, oh, I'm not, once I am healed enough, or once I, heal to perfection, or whatever the case is, like, then I'll be able to attract the love that I'm deserving of. When in reality, your healing isn't to make you better. Your healing is to get you to recognize that you've been good enough all along. And, just keep an eye out for when you start to do that. When you start to say, oh, I'm not healed enough, I'm not good enough for this because I still have issues. And you're always going to have issues. You're always going to have problems. You're always going to have things that you're going to need to heal and fix and work on. But, okay, let's see what they're dealing with, because I am so interested in this forward movement kind of energy. This person's energy toward Aquarius. What Aquarius needs to know regarding the person they are dealing with. Energy toward Aquarius. This person's energy toward Aquarius. What Aquarius needs to know regarding this person's energy toward them. This person's energy toward Aquarius, please. This person lacked security. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe struggling financially, struggling emotionally, struggling. And it's almost like they they leaned on you a lot for support, to make them feel secure about themselves, about their life. And again, that's where that pressure came from. It's almost as if you were being asked to be secure enough for both of them, for both people in this. Are being asked, again, this could very well be, a present connection. It feels, I'm talking about it in the past because you have this past life relationship. This could be someone from your past. It could be someone that you're dealing with that you've known in the past. It could be someone that you're dealing with that you've known in a past life. Take it as it resonates. But that's where this Two of Pentacles in reverse came from. You saw that they needed help and extended a helping hand, which is wonderful. But then it became at the expense of your own mental health. Like, you were not capable of what this person was asking of you, not because you lacked the ability to be, but because nobody can be. Nobody can be someone's stability and security all the time. That is an individual responsibility. Every single person on this earth is responsible for their security within themselves and their ability to, to find that. But it's almost as if they put that on you. It became your responsibility to be their sense of security in some way. And again, this could be materially or emotionally, or both. Probably, usually that kind of can come out in multiple ways. But what is this? This person's energy toward Aquarius. This person's energy toward Aquarius. There's just so much pressure that this person placed on you. This person's energy toward Aquarius. This person's energy toward Aquarius. I don't think they're a bad person. I think that they're struggling in their own life and kind of put those burdens on you. The Eight of Swords and the Tower. Yeah, because then the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost as if the King of Pentacles in reverse can be like a tendency to lean towards more the superficial, the materialistic, your circumstances, the things that are secondary to what's going on within. This person had unfair expectations of you. Expectations that would never be able to be met by anyone sustainably. Which is what I feel like, because here's the Tower. So, it's like, and you could be dealing with an earth sign, but I'm pretty sure we've seen all the signs now. We've seen fire, water, air, earth. So, you know who you're dealing with. But these limiting beliefs about what they needed from you. One of the best things I ever learned and continue to learn in my current connection with my partner is that my anxieties, financially, emotionally, my issues are not his responsibility, and vice versa. He is there to support me and to help me when I'm struggling, but he is not there to take on the burden of my problems. And that is something I have had to learn a lot through my past relationships. In my past relationships, it was my anxieties are your problem, my insecurities are your problem. But that's not the way a healthy relationship works. It's I have issues, you have issues. We're going to work on those individually, and then, work on this connection as those issues start to come up. But I feel as if this person took this mindset of my insecurities, my anxieties, my stresses, my problems are your responsibility, and you took on that burden. Which is not fair at all to you, Aquarius, because you got issues too. I'm not saying, everyone has issues. Everyone has problems. Everyone has burdens. Everyone has a past. Everyone has insecurities. Everyone has things that they struggle with. But if you are not handling your own stuff, you will never be able to be in a sustainable long-term connection, because a long-term healthy connection is both people individually handling their stuff and coming together as a team to help each other do that. And yes, sometimes the other person is there to support you and you're just there to support them, and it's a back and forth kind of thing, but that's not what this feels like. It feels like it was all about them and what they needed. But I don't think they're a bad person by any means, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me get more. This person's energy toward Aquarius. What is this? I don't know what this forward momentum is. This person's energy toward Aquarius. Ten of Swords, Judgment, Temperance. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Temperance, Judgment, a lot of tens. I'm seeing. I mean, Judgment is the 20th card. 20th. And then obviously the 10 of Swords, so seeing like Roman numerals, 10, 10, 10. Got this being the 14th one, there's a 10 there. I'm just seeing 10s are coming out a lot. Like final straw. Okay. So this Page of Pentacles in reverse represents kind of this, like an immature energy, immature perspective, childish perspective, even. And it feels as if, okay, I want to try to deliver this, not come like, and I don't want it to sound like I'm coming from a place of judgment, because trust me, I've never been perfect in relationships, but it does feel as if this person has a little bit of like a high horse kind of energy, like quick to judge, quick to criticize, quick to, point out blame, and very, very slow to take accountability. And I feel as if that's why in this connection you were always the one feeling like you weren't good enough, is because I don't know if you were always taking the blame for the issues, or if you were always the one who felt like you were always losing arguments. And it feels like every problem that arises or that arose, this person, it was your fault. Like it was always your fault. You were never good enough. You were always doing things wrong. You were never, living up to their standards. And I feel like that energy, kind of like, this high horse, like judgy kind of energy, which again, you can't build a sustainable connection with, because both, connections take the ability to take responsibility for the role that you've played in things. Now, what I want to do actually is I want to get I want to get clarity on it's time to take action with the Chariot. I want to get clarity on this person's overall energy. It's time to take action with the Chariot. This person's overall energy, it's time to take action with the Chariot. Yeah, then you have the Ten of Swords with the Ace of Wands. There is the Devil. See, this person, they're struggling with this Devil. The addiction, again, mental health, codependency, that could be a big one. Especially if they're depending on you for security. Codependency, this person's Devil, it's like they weren't taking accountability for their Devil. You were supposed to bear the burden of that Devil. And I don't, this connection, like with the Ten of Swords, it's almost as if this person felt betrayed or hurt by the fact that you weren't capable to keep up with their needs. But that's not a fair thing to place on someone. Like eventually you're going to get to this point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't bear the burden of us both. Now, I do think this kind of kicked them into gear a little bit with the Ace of Wands, because there's that Ten of Swords, right? And then you have this Ace of Wands. It's almost like it. What is this? Wait, hang on. No. Hang on. I want clarity on this Ten of Swords. That's what I want. Clarity on this Ten of Swords for this person's energy. This is such a long reading. I just feel like the messages are so interesting. Like, Ten of Swords, this person's energy toward Aquarius, clarifying this Ten of Swords. So this person's Devil, it's like the Sun and the Moon. Oh. Okay. This person's Devil is the root of their lack of security. Again, whether that's codependency, maybe always relying on other people to take care of them, could have kind of the addiction thing going on. This person's Devil was not your responsibility. Never was and never should have been. But you took the burden of that. And that ended up being very painful for you in the end. Or now, currently. And it's almost like the things that happen in this connection, because this person's hurt by the way that things happen in this connection, but it's almost as if, and I'm not here to say it is their fault, and all the blame is on them, because I don't believe in blame necessarily, because I think that we should always take responsibility for the role that we play in our own suffering, regardless of whether someone else hurt us or not. But it's almost as if, because then you have this Sun and this Moon, right? And the Sun, the Moon kind of being more the shadow energy of someone's shadow, their insecurities, their fears, their triggers. It's almost as if you not being able to be enough for them to take, because you couldn't be the one to handle all of their insecurities, fears, struggles, whatever the case is, they had to face them. And it's almost like I don't know if they placed the blame on you or what, but it's almost like it's a good thing. Like, I don't know if it's this person's like wake up call. That's a good word for it. Like their wake up call. But their wake up call was at the expense of you not being able to handle their needs. I'm actually going to take both of these because that was a long message. It's like, yeah, their wake up call, they're having a wake up call, which is causing them to take action, but it's like they're blaming it on you, like it's your fault. I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe you guys could clear up for me what's kind of going on in the comments, because All right, this person's energy toward Aquarius, because it feels very, it's like this person is refusing to believe they have issues, even though they very clearly have issues, because everyone has issues. And anyone who refuses to believe they have issues is someone who probably has more issues than others. It's like everything, all the blame was on you. But it's almost as if they're having this wake-up call. But how are they both having a wake-up call and blaming at the same time? That's what I'm struggling to understand. It's almost as if because you couldn't handle their needs anymore, because no one can do that sustainably, or you can't handle their needs anymore, it's almost like they're having this wake-up call of like, oh, I get it. No, I super get it. Okay, you obviously couldn't do this sustainably, right? You couldn't handle holding up them and yourself at the same time. Nobody can handle doing that. And it's almost like once they realized that you couldn't give what they needed anymore, it's almost as if they walked away. They gave up on this. It's like they left you in the dust because you couldn't give to them what they needed from you, but you had given everything you had to them. And so it's like they have this wake-up call of like, oh, things need to change. This person isn't handling my needs anymore. And it's almost as if they were like, I gotta find it somewhere else to go to get these needs handled, because I can't handle them myself. I can't do that. That's too much. And yeah, it's interesting. So the action isn't positive. It's like they're having a wake-up call, but not. They had this wake-up call of like, oh, things need to change. I need to. My needs have to get handled. I don't feel stable. I don't feel secure. Like I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to. Aquarius can't provide this for me anymore. Like I'm gonna have to find it somewhere else. And then they're like, yeah, sorry, Aquarius, you can't give to me what I need from you anymore. When in reality, you're like, Aquarius is over here like, I gave this everything. Like, and I feel like that's why maybe it ended up being very painful for you in the end, or is very painful for you, because it feels as if this person is pulling away, or it's like the more you give, the more they take, the less you have to give, the more they walk away, or they remove themselves from the connection because, well, they're not filling their own need. They're not fulfilling themselves first. They're looking for connections to fulfill them. And since that is the case, no connection can ever fulfill you sustainably for the long term. They're always going to end up in this place. Interesting. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended. This is such a long reading. You have prosperity lies ahead with the devil. So that's interesting. We're going to pull 9 different messages here in between this connection, looking at the deeper purpose of this connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. Thank you so much, Aquarius, as always, for your support of my channel. I obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Aquarius, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aquarius.